it's kind of boring, so I don't look like a crazy person. Oh my god, those swatches though. Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. For today's video, I'm so excited because I'm gonna be testing a bunch of new drugstore makeup. Some of these are like new and some of these are like not so new, but they're new to me, so that's all that matters, right? I have some Pixi, some ELF, some Lottie London, some NYX, a lot of fun stuff to test out today. If you're new here, I would love for you to subscribe to my channel. I do a ton of testing new makeup just like this, and we focus a lot on all kinds of makeup, to be honest. Luxury, high-end, and drugstore. But if that sounds like something that interests you, then I would love to have you as part of my fam, and let's get into this video. Okay, so the first thing I have is actually from Lottie London. This is the Sweet Lips Mask and Balm. So it's a lip balm. I just want to try this out, get some moisture on my lips because they're feeling kind of dry. I did get this sent over to me. This is apparently cocoa. It's called Totally Cocoa, so it's probably coconut. Yeah, it definitely smells like coconut. So I'm gonna take a little. Ooh. That feels nice and hydrating. Very hydrating. I love the smell. If you like coconut, you'll love this. So I went ahead and filled in my brows with the NYX Lift and Snatch Brow Tint Pen, which I absolutely love. I've been loving this for a long time. I like this more than the higher end brow pens. It's amazing. But I do have the NYX the brow glue to test out today. I've had this for a long time and I just haven't had the chance to test it out. So I'm gonna like use this as a brow gel. I mean, as it's intended. So let's see. This is the spoolie, which it's very small, just like the Glossier Boy Brow. It's like this tube like packaging, which is very interesting. I like that it's clear. I like clear brow gels more than tinted ones, so whoa. Yeah, this is one that will definitely make your brows probably hard, but it'll make them stay in place all day. So if that's what you like, then you'll love this. I personally don't love the feeling of like crunchy, like they're hard. And I have brow gels that do the same thing without making them feel crunchy and hard. So that's interesting. I do like it though. It's really molding my brows very nicely. My lids are already primed. For eyes today, we're gonna be using the Pixi plus Tina Young eyeshadow palette. So I did get this in PR. I'm not sure who Tina Young is. I should probably look that up. This is a gorgeous looking palette. We've got some neutrals, we've got some golds, we got some blues. So let's go ahead and see what we come up with today. So on the back it says, I've combined all my favorite shades to create this versatile eyeshadow palette that's perfect for any occasion, whether you're after a day look or an evening glam. The palette has you covered. That's so true. It's like it's got a lot of shades in here for a neutral look, and it also has some great shades for pops of color. You know, I have not used Pixi eyeshadows in a hot minute, so this is gonna be interesting. I'm gonna go ahead and swatch a few shades. I really want to use this shade, but it's like a satin finish. It's not really like a metallic. That blue swatched really nicely. It's a little crumbly, but that icy pink is stunning, and that rose gold, wow. You can do a lot with this palette. You can go really smoky as well. Let me figure out what I'm gonna do. I really want to use the blue, like I've decided. I swatched the mint, so I might somehow use that as well. The mattes are kind of crumbly as well, which is interesting. You don't really find that. I don't know if you guys could see. I'll give you an up close look. They're really crumbly. Like I said, I haven't tried Pixi eyeshadows in a long while. They're not really my favorite formula, and I think they're kind of overpriced, but we're just gonna try to make this work because that's what we try to do around here, right? So I'm gonna take this shade over here as my transition shade. It's like the lightest brown there is. That has a lot of fallout. Good thing I decided to do my eyes first today. That's really crumbly. At least in the pan, there's a lot of kickback. I think that blended out really nicely, actually. They're very smooth. Okay, I'm impressed. I think I'm gonna deepen out with this like gray shade over here, which is crazy, but I think it's gonna match really nicely with the blues that I want to go in with. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take a light hand first and just like kind of stamp it on the outer corner. That's a gorgeous cool toned gray. Like, well, gray is cool tone. That was stupid. It's blending nicely with the brown. I'm gonna take what's left on my brush and just kind of bring it inwards. Ooh, that's pretty. This shade is actually coming across as like less intense than it looks in the pan. A little disappointing. I'm gonna take a little bit more of the original transition shade and just kind of make sure it's still peeking through, blending out the outer edges, etc. Okay, we're moving on to the lid shade. I might add another shade in the crease. We'll see how I feel. The first shade I'm gonna go in with is the blue. I gotta match my shirt, you know? I'm gonna take that on the outer like half of my lid. Wow, it picked up so well actually. Hopefully I don't need a setting spray. I'm not even gonna cut my crease. I can't be bothered to. Wow. Okay, it really is crumbly. Definitely recommend doing your eyes first, especially because of the shade. You don't want fallout all over your face. Blue fallout, never good. That's pretty. Let's blend a little bit more of the gray shade. I wish the gray shade was a little bit deeper. I wish there was like a true black in here too, because the other, like the deeper shade is like brown, and I think that's gonna clash. Let's just blend these two together. Kind of looks random though. Like the blue is darker than the gray, right? I wish that was more of a metallic shade, but it's okay. I'm gonna flip my brush over, take the lighter, like the mint shade, and that's gonna go in the inner part of my lid. Lots of fallout with this one too. I don't know, these are just kind of like underwhelming. I'm not like a huge fan of a satin formula anyway. I like prefer like crazy intense pigmentation of a metallic, but this is kind of boring. I wish those two shades were like the intense metallics, like this copper shade here, but it's okay. I chose these shades. They're not formulated the way I want them to be, but that doesn't mean they're bad. I feel like the pigmentation is kind of going away. I'm adding a little bit of the darker brown that's in the palette, and it's actually looking a little bit better in my opinion. But this eye, the blues are looking patchy. I don't know if you can see. You can see my eyelid. What the heck? I don't know what's happening on this side. It is not looking good. I have never been such a big fan of the Pixi formula. I would rather save my money, especially because Pixi is like high-end drugstore prices. They are not cheap. I would definitely recommend saving your money for something with a little bit of a better formula, because this is not it. It's just not. Fallout too. You see that? Slightly disappointed in the palette. It's not my favorite thing in the world. Let's just say that. Okay, for primer, I'm going to be using the NYX Marshmallow Primer. I've used this a couple times actually. I've been testing it out lately, so this isn't like a first impression. What I like about it is that it actually does smooth, and a bonus is that it actually smells like marshmallow. But NYX is becoming one of those brands, just like Pixi, where it's like, are you serious about your prices? You're supposed to be drugstore. I think this primer is $18 or something like that, which I find to be outrageous for a drugstore primer. But on the plus side, it does actually work, and it smooths out your skin really nicely, which is exactly what I look for in a primer, so we're all good there. For foundation, I have the Milani Hydrating Skin Tint. This is in the shade 150 Light, which I think is gonna be too dark for me. I don't have a self tan. I took it off yesterday, and I'm in the process of having to take it off again because I still am a little patchy. This is an ultra luminous skin tint, sheer to light coverage, melts into the skin for a naturally dewy glow. It's powered by 29% squalene, powerhouse ingredient that locks in moisture and prevents hydration loss. It also has electrolyte and coconut water blend, vitamins C and E. Okay, cool. Wow, that sounds really nice. I'm gonna mix this up a little bit. And Milani is so nice to me, and they actually sent me like a whole PR package with the entire range, which I'm so grateful for, because I actually did purchase this, and when I purchased it in my self tan shade, so I wouldn't have been able to use this today. So I'm gonna take some on the back of my hand and just see what the, oh my god. This is light, that is dark. I did actually already give away the fair, so I don't have my non-self tan shade. That's gonna be dark on me, but we'll make it work. We'll lighten everything out with some concealer and stuff. Ooh, I feel like I'm gonna like that a lot. I'm gonna take a little bit on my fingers. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna have to blend it down my neck so I don't look like a crazy person. I'm actually gonna be doing a wear test because I want to know how this wears. I'm gonna take a sponge first and see how I like it with the sponge. I generally love skin tints with a sponge, even though it shears it out even more. It looks really nice actually. It's giving like a nice natural finish with a beautiful glow. I would say if you have oily skin, stay away from this one. I feel really bad because I'm not sure I've ever seen a skin tint that's meant for oily skin. They all claim to be hydrating. That just doesn't really work for people with oily skin, so I feel bad. Oh no. Do you guys see that? It's one of those. I'm gonna use a brush and hopefully we can avoid more pilling. I wanted to love this. Milani is like one of my favorite drugstore brands. I think this is not buildable because I think what happened is I was trying to build it up and it turned into that pilling situation. This is such a light coverage though. It doesn't really match this look, right? I have this crazy eye look. I'm not crazy about this so far though. Makes me sad, but it happens. Skin tints are very difficult to get right. We're gonna try to make it work, and we're also gonna do a wear test. I just realized it doesn't say that it has sunscreen, so that's interesting. I'm gonna like go ahead and leave it like this. It's very, very sheer. Meet my friend Bob here. Like, it's not covering crap. I mean, it gives a really nice light coverage, very glowy. The fact that it pilled up there, ugh, freaks me out, I'm not gonna lie. For concealer, I have the LA Girl Pro Conceal. I've used this before. It's just been a very long time. I don't remember. I have the shade Fair, like the lightest, Fairest. It's Fairest, that's what it's called. I actually did buy this for my kit, so I'm putting it on my little metal plate to use it sanitarily. I'm gonna take a little bit of Fair and a little bit of the contour shade, like a tiny bit. Oh my gosh, I feel like this video is a hot mess. It makes me sad. I wanted everything to work. Wow, that's still very fair. I feel like it's taking away the foundation that's underneath entirely. For the lower lash line, I'm gonna take the teal shade, I think, and just kind of call it a day because this eye look is just really quite disappointing. This has a lot of fallout, so I gotta be careful. I'm gonna take it all over my lower lash line. That actually looks really pretty on the lower lash line, more than the lid, I feel like. And then for the inner corner shade, I'm gonna take the pink metallic looking shade right here. Ooh, that's gorgeous. That one I do like. The formula of this palette is just okay. It's very powdery. It's almost too smooth. I don't know that I'm gonna get much use out of this. I might give it to a family member or friend who doesn't really care about formulations like I do. For bronzer, I have the ELF Putty bronzer. I've had this for so long and I just haven't had the time to try it out yet. So I have the shade Tan Lines. So this is infused with vitamin E. Putty to powder bronzer. It blends seamlessly onto the skin and leaves the complexion looking bronzed and beautiful. It's infused with argan oil and vitamin E. Non-greasy, buildable formula. It transforms from a cream to a semi-matte powder to give you a natural bronze or soft contour for the perfect sun-kissed glow. You know, I wasn't that big of a fan of the putty blushes, so hopefully I do like these. It's in the same kind of packaging. The shade looks a little dark for when I'm not self-tan. You know, I have to say the Milani skin tint doesn't emphasize any texture. It like almost like really absorbed into the skin. It looks like a second skin, so I am kind of liking it now that it's settling a little bit. I just wish it had better coverage because there are some areas where I could really use it, but that's not the whole point of a skin tint, you know, so I kind of get it. So I'm gonna take my Fenty 125 face brush, which I love using for cream products. I'm gonna dunk my brush in here quite a few times, make sure it's nice and coated. It's hard to get in here when the packaging is so small. Take some on the back of my hand. The color is not bad. It actually is like a very neutral color. I think that's why I chose it. It's gonna be perfect for contouring or just bronzing up the skin. I like stippling my cream products on to make sure there's no patchiness or lifting of the foundation. Ooh, that's pretty. Okay, I'm impressed. I like it. This huge win. I like it. I have the Pixi On The Go blush. This is a tinted moisture stick. Oh my gosh, I'm excited. Okay, I'm gonna try this one for today because I think it'll match the blue the best, but I really want to try the orange. This one's the shade Fleur. It's a hydrating solid cheek tint. Use on cheek and lips. Oh yeah, this color is really, really pretty. Ooh, that is stunning. I'm gonna take the same Fenty 125 face brush. I kind of did a little bit of a spot clean, so I'm just gonna take it all up in here and the back of my hand like always. Ooh, that's really subtle but gorgeous. Gives a really nice sheen. So pretty. So glowy. This is really nice. I actually really like this one. So 100% recommend that. Pixi, their prices though are just so crazy. I don't have a new powder. Let's see how this works. This is the Pixi Shapeshifter palette. This is in collaboration with Promise. I'm not sure who Promise is, but I'm gonna just use the powder. I don't want to go over the cream products with powder products. I just want to set like my under eyes. There's a lot of options in here though, but I'm gonna take just the lightest shade right here. Press it on. Oh, that's very, whoa, lots of product. Whoa. That's very smoothing. Honestly, very shocked at that. It just gives a really nice brightening effect under the eyes and it's very smoothing. Just kind of took away all the shine, which I kind of wanted. I'm gonna take this under the contour. Yeah, I definitely took the contour a little too low on this side. I really like this powder. I'm impressed. Very smoothing. Very nice. I do have the Pixi Mind Your Glow Radiance palette and I love the Pixi highlighter formula. I already know how much I love it. So I think I'm gonna use the other thing that I have, which is the Lottie London Shimmer Squad highlighting palette. I want to know how the formula of this is. So this is what it looks like. By the way, Lottie London is now available at Walmart. If you have a Walmart near you, you can pick it up there. Look at that. Okay, let's go ahead and swatch the Good Girl. Actually, let's swatch them all, because why not? I'm a huge fan of highlighter palettes. Oh my god, those swatches though. Oh my god, they're so pretty. Very highly impressed. They did also send over a brush, a highlighter brush. So this is the ELF 010 tapered highlighter brush. To me, that's really big as a highlighter brush, but you know what? We're gonna try it for the purpose of this video. I honestly would use this under the eyes rather than highlighting, but oh my gosh, this looks so pretty. I'm gonna take the Good Girl because I think that's the one that I liked the most. Oh, whoa. Whoa, that is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, that's very pigmented. I like this because this is something I can use in my kit as well. If it's long lasting, hopefully it is. It has a lot of options for a lot of different skin tones. I actually do really like this brush. It's very soft. It blends everything very well. I like that a lot. I'm just not sure I'm a fan of the packaging. I think it's very big and clunky for no reason. You know what I mean? It's like a box. It reminds me of the Benefit packaging. But this highlighter, holy moly, that is stunning. I love it. And Lottie London is actually affordable. Forgot about this. Lottie London also sent over their stamp liner. This is like an eyeliner stamp situation, and we're actually gonna use this today. Maybe it'll help add something to this eye look that's missing, you know? I love the holographic like lettering. So this is the liner part. It's very fat. Usually liner stamps are like that, and then the other side is the stamp. So I have actually used one before. Let's go ahead and do it. I'm gonna have to hold my breath and pray for the best. Okay, so it's this way, right? Yeah. All right, ready? What? That's so cool. How easy was that? And they're even. Then you just take the other side and just kind of do the rest. And it's so black. I love it. I think that the eyeliner actually saved this look. Oh my gosh, I love it. I cannot recommend this enough. I also do have the freckle tint from Lottie London. So I'm gonna be doing a few faux freckles because I haven't done that in so long, and it's such a summer vibe with the skin tint and the very glowy base. I think it'll go very, very well. Right away, I see that the actual applicator is a little thicker, so you're probably gonna get thicker freckles. Also, it's quite warmer than I would like. I wish they had like a cooler version of this so that it matches my actual hair, but we're gonna use it anyway. Ooh, I didn't read the instructions, but I'm assuming it's the same thing as freck. Gently dot onto your skin, lightly tap with your finger to soften the freckle remove using a normal makeup remover. Okay. Okay, yeah, so it's the same thing as freck. Okay, good. It's really easy to get them all to be really big, so taking a light hand every so often to make them like different sizes is the way to go, I think. Make it look more natural. You know, I don't even know where my freck is, but they are definitely dupes. Like, I don't really see that much of a difference. They look really nice though and natural. Very, very impressed with Lottie London so far. Everything I've tried, I have loved. For lips, I have the Pixi and Louise Rowe. This is the Cream Rouge Palette Cream Color Palette. Creamy deliciousness. I created these colors for lips and cheeks, all you need in one palette. So that's interesting. It's multi-use. I'm probably gonna go really neutral, nude. I have a disposable lip on here. I'm gonna take a chunk of this one. What I like about lip palettes is that you can actually just like customize your own color. Yeah, that's a nice shade actually. I still have a little bit of the lip balm on. I think that it would be matte if I didn't have the lip balm on, but it's like a little bit of a satin finish right now. Okay, so this is the final look. I just went ahead and added some, what are these? These are the Salon Perfect Wispies in number 614. I got the recommendation from Juicy Jazz. They're really nice and wispy. I prefer lashes with a thicker lash band personally, but drugstore lashes tend to be very similar to one another. They have that really thin lash band, but it also makes it easier to conceal. These were like a lot easier to put on than the Ardell Demi Wispies though, to be honest. I really like them because they do wisp out really, really nicely. But so far, I'm actually really liking the way this look came together. It did come together. I struggled to get here, but it's okay. A couple of standout products: the Lottie London Shimmer Squad highlighting palette. So stunning. Gorgeous, gorgeous shades. Beautiful formula. It doesn't emphasize any texture, and it just gives you that overall like glossy, what am I trying to say? Like glow from within type thing. Really, really like it. Really, really like the Pixi blush as well. This is really nice formula. It's really dewy on the skin. Nice pigmentation, blends with ease. Gorgeous. I'm not sure about the putty bronzer. It's okay so far. It blended nicely and it was a nice shade for me. The shade is great. I'll have to play around with it a little bit more because it kind of like lifted when I put the blush on top of it. I probably took it too low on this side too though. So that's that. I really like this liner stamp situation. Look at how perfect my wings are. It's great. I like it a lot. The freckle tint is cute. I love the freckles it made. I think it's the same thing as freck, to be honest. I would not spend the money on freck after having this. I am not sure how I feel about the foundation. I dropped the cap somewhere. I have to find it. So I'm holding it like this. It gives a really nice glowy finish. It's very, very, very sheer though, and it looks patchy in some areas because of that. The shade is also not my shade. I also think it's oxidizing a little bit, reverse oxidizing, what's the word, because it's actually getting a little lighter. And that pilling up thing I did freaked me out, but I think I saved it. I forgot to use setting spray. Let me do that real quick. This is the Milani Cherry Make It Last setting spray. I know I love the Make It Last setting spray already, but I haven't tried this cherry one yet, so let's see. I don't want my lashes to get wet, so. Ooh, very, very subtle scent. I love this Make It Last setting spray already. Like, I already knew that. It really does make your makeup last. This wasn't a first impression, but I do like this primer a lot. I think it's a little overpriced, but it does well. It really smooths out the skin, prepares for foundation. I'm not sure I like this yet. I'll see how it lasts on the lips, but lip palettes are just really hard. It's just way too many options, and I don't know. Like, for the everyday consumer, I don't see how this would be a good thing, although it gives you a lot of options for blush as well. It's a multi-use product, which I love. I'd have to test it out as blush and see how I like it. As lips, it's okay. It's a very sheer wash of color. Because I had the lip balm under and I forgot to wipe it away, it feels like a satin finish. I wonder if it would be matte. It doesn't really say on here. The eyeshadow palette was probably the most disappointing thing. I just think they're almost too smooth on the eyes and they kind of blend into almost nothing. It got a little patchy on the inside of this eye. This eye is okay. I ended up saving the look. It looks fine, but it's just not my favorite formula to work with. I would rather save my money for something a little more expensive that has a better formula. But anyway, it is 1:28 p.m. I'm going live on YouTube today at 4, so in a couple of hours. I want to see how this looks at the end of the day, so I'll try to come closer to like 10 p.m. Okay, so it is 10:25 currently, if you guys can see that. Oh my gosh, I look really rough. I feel like my friend here has doubled in size throughout the day. Don't even think the foundation is on me, if you can call it a foundation. The skin tint, I don't think it's on me anymore. Do you guys see this? It does not look like there's anything on my face right now. The freck has worn off as well. I mean, at one point I think I was laying on my face, so maybe that could be why. My eyeshadow still looks intact. The eyeliner looks almost perfect. I did rip off my lashes like hours ago because I was done with them. My brows are still in place, man. That NYX brow glue stuff is bomb. I don't know how I feel about the skin tint. It's a really nice everyday, like very sheer coverage if you're going out to the beach kind of thing, but also I don't wear makeup to the beach, so I really can't say I'm gonna be like using it all that often. Definitely not for a long day where I want my makeup to last, because clearly that's not the case. My concealer, you could see it's still there. The skin tint is completely gone. Everything on top of it, the contour, I'm so disappointed. Thought I was gonna love it. It'll work for like not a long period of time. It just doesn't last very long, if that makes sense. Okay, so that was it for my wear test. Let me know what you guys think about this makeup. Have you tried any of these products? Let me know all the deets in the comments. And yeah, that completes this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. It helps me out so much. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Just like the so it says that she so this, see how they perform on the eyes, and just see how they swatch for something with a little bit of a better, but of course. Oof. Hair, get out of my face.